Good morning, Slop Nation. Welcome to Slop Chop, episode 6. This is your host, Harvey Mulvihill, and this is a podcast about internet slop. Let's get right into it, shall we? We always just have such lustrous, fascinating, incredible topics to discuss on this show, as you're well aware, and this week is no different. However, if you do not care about one of the topics that I'm discussing, you can go down and skip it with the time codes. Those should be available on every episode. They didn't show up on last episode for some reason, at least on the YouTube one, but they should be available. So if you don't want to hear me talk about, for example, Doechii being a Doechii at Met Gala, I could understand you not caring about that one. But I do care about it because I like Doechii a lot. Doechii's music is the shit, and she just generally seems like a really cool person. I think that if you're unaware, she was at Met Gala. Met Gala was this week, and that's just true excess in every sense of the word, and people having to one up each other every year to get a little bit more spotlight. I don't know what you have to do to get invited to Met Gala, but you have to win a Grammy, like Doechii, or you have to fucking be just, at the center of the cultural consciousness for a year and a half, like Lil Nas X back in the day. But but anyway, yeah, I'm sure there's mainstays. Like I heard that Chalamet didn't come this year because he was watching the Knicks game instead, which I respect. I love that man. But anyway, Doechii, there's all this controversy about her being a horrible bitch to her team, and like demanding umbrellas hilariously to block the paparazzi so that she could have her reveal moment on the red carpet.
Yes, I'm ready. Give me another, no, stop. Oh, give me another umbrella, now. Another one, right there, and another one. Need another one.
Another umbrella.
Excuse me. I need four fucking umbrellas.
Two more umbrellas.
And do not let that one umbrella I will not.
Pretty funny. And there's a great quote from Bill Murray, I think. Bill Murray is like, everyone, when they get famous, every human on the planet becomes an asshole for about 2 years. It's very difficult not to do. You become a bit of a dick, and you suddenly when all eyes are on you and everyone wants a piece of your attention, it warps your spirit, right? So that's what's happening with Doechii right now, I'm sure, and she'll probably even out here in a year or two when she gets used to the fame. Right now, she's not used to it. So I do, I feel where she's coming from a little bit. I think it's a horrific way to treat your team. Fat ass fucking 400-pound, what's her name? Lizzo. Lizzo got canceled for doing the same thing, but she was doing it to fatties, and that's much more controversial. But, it's you just don't be a dick, bro. Come on. What are you doing? Like, your music's awesome, Doechii, but don't be a dick. But it's possible she's just newly famous, right? It's possible she'll even out. She posted this TikTok addressing the situation, addressing the haters. And it was just like trying to play it off, like, God forbid a girl need another umbrella. That was the TikTok. So, it's not like she's unaware of the drama. She's very aware of it. People were coming at her, man. Coming at her hard. Rightfully so. I mean, I don't know. It's just a crazy, crazy thing to do. Crazy thing to talk down to people that way. And it's also, kind of counter to what I was just saying about the newly famous defense. Wouldn't you be the opposite, even less so that if you were newly famous? I could picture the like a Kim Kardashian or someone treating her help like subhumans, but because she's been famous for a million years. But Doechii's like brand new to this. she was likely in a similar position to her team, on the come up. I'm making that up, but you know what I mean. She's been in service positions before. I'm certain of it. She won a bunch of Grammys this year, and she has all this newfound success, and then suddenly she's... I can't say... Yeah, anyway. But it's just weird and interesting and odd. The Bill Murray quote I threw out there just to give her the benefit of the doubt, because I do like her music a lot. And I think that, you can't write someone off completely for one shitty situation, right? I guess. What do you guys think? We still rocking with Doechii? Do we care about this at all? I think it's kind of interesting. I think it's just mostly just struck me how fame does do that to a motherfucker immediately. She's been famous for a day and a half, and she's already like, "Fuck you! Where's my goddamn umbrellas?" These heathens, these fucking peasants cannot lay eyes on me until I'm standing on that red carpet. And she has I don't know if you've seen the video, but she has her underlings like with this tarp around her, and they're waddling her to the red carpet in this fucking box so that no one sees her, and she's screaming, barking orders at them the whole time. Pretty cool. Pretty neat. So, shouts out Doechii. I know you're an avid Slop Chop listener, and I appreciate your support. Here at Slop Chop, we have not given up on Doechii. We like your music a lot, and we hope you act right next time. I think all it takes is a little bit of public controversy to really make you rethink your horrific actions. And some people just never do, right? But I think if my money were on it, I think she turns it around. So shouts out Doechii, dude. That Anxiety song sucks, but everything else is really good. Anxiety, sucking my own deal. Ugh. Just fucking listen to Somebody I Think You Should Know, Somebody I Used to Know. That one guy. That guy fell off the face of the earth. What happened to that dude? Do 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 do. You didn't have to suck me off. Yeah, dude, like just had a massive #1 multi-billion play hit, and then just pieced out. And that lady that he featured, or maybe their team, I don't know. It's always interesting, a one-hit wonder. It's interesting that those guys, I mean, for a minute, you can tour with just your one hit. I saw Brockhampton's been back in the news too, but I saw Brockhampton, the news, meaning my algorithm, very briefly this week, basically just stating, or the tweet was, my sister's going through a Brockhampton phase in 2025, which is very funny. But I was obsessed with Brockhampton back in their heyday, in the saturation era. Was that 2019? That's like pre-COVID. Good God. Ages and ages ago, which is why the tweet was funny, because like discovering Brockhampton now in current year is a choice. What was I getting at? Oh yeah, so I went on their first two. I saw them 3 times in a row. I think they toured after every saturation. No, that's not true, because they dropped them all in the same year. So it must have been Saturation, then Iridescence, I think was the Blue album, and then the one after that. I saw those 3 tours, and it was cool because adjusting the mic. It was cool because each year they'd be playing at a much bigger venue. So I got to see them. They at a tiny venue, and then a pretty big venue, and then a huge venue, which was awesome. But my point was, when on their first tour, they dropped one album, Saturation 1. Okay, don't quote me on any of this, but the way I remember it is, they didn't have any goddamn songs to play. They had very few songs. So they played Star, that absolute banger, the one that kind of put them on the map. Heath Ledger with some dreads. I just gave my dude guy head. That song. Killer beat, killer verses, awesome song. Peak 2017. But they played that unironically, I think 9 times in a row. Maybe 8. But it was excessive. But then, it was fun. I was enjoying it. I was moshing and up and down and jumping, and I love the song, so I was excited to hear it a bunch, but it didn't occur to me until afterwards. I was like, oh, they don't have the discography yet to not, they needed to eat a half hour with one song, and it's a song that everyone loves and everyone was down to play over and over again. Didn't Kanye and Jay-Z do that for my Nathan's in Paris, my brother's in Paris? I think they did. I think playing any song 9-10 times in a row is annoying, no matter how good the song is. I don't think Brockhampton did that many times. I think it was probably like 6 or 7, but it felt forever. It felt like forever. And you're moshing, and so you're tired, and then you're like, one more time, and you're like, okay. Shouts out Brockhampton, man. Have any of those guys gone anywhere afterwards? This Kevin Abstract made an album, right? Any of the other dudes done anything? Matt Champion? That dude is so fine. Dude is so fucking hot. Any of the other ones? I mean, Romil was the most talented producer. He was so talented. Have any of them done Joba? If any of them? I would have, it would have been cool to see them start cropping up on features, featuring Joba. But I don't think that's happened. It's odd, right? I'm sure this is probably a tale as old as time, and then every once in a while you get I can't think of a reference, but someone with a more musically inclined background will be able to pull someone who the break-off happens and then both of them become superstars. That happened with Beyonce, I guess. But the other two kind of got left in the dust. As tends to happen, right? There's usually one superstar, one mega famous person moving the mic right now. So I apologize for the... I literally have written at the top of every one of my Google Docs, stop touching the fucking mic. Because I'm in the edit, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's fucking so irritating. Also, does it sound good? I don't know how to edit audio. I'm a very good video editor, but when it comes down to putting effects on top of this, I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I may look up a YouTube video for this one. I think I will, actually, so... let me know in the comments if this one sounds better than the last episode, or if this is the same or shittier or worse, or if I should kill myself or not. Anywho, yeah, somebody shouts out to that guy. Somebody I think I should used to know, and I think this is the full legal name. And then shouts out Doechii. Shouts out Doechii. You were a real see you next Tuesday, as some people call it. No, you were though a horrible person in that one day, that one couple moments where we got all those videos of you being horrible. That was rough. That was tough. But I expect you to make a full comeback, publicly speaking. God forbid a girl need another fucking umbrella. The umbrella, I get that you're making a joke, but you were being a bitch though, right? You can understand that was crazy the way you acted, right? God forbid a girl need another umbrella. I think to her credit, in the description, she's like, but seriously though, it was such a crazy night. I don't think she said sorry. I should really have this pulled up. I'll just read her verbatim. God forbid a girl needs more umbrellas. Okay, this is her quote. All jokes aside, this was such an overstimulating night, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. This was the night we all dreamed of, and my team killed it. Umbrellas aside. Bruh. Oh man. And then so the comments are basically coming to her defense, which is surprising. One of the top ones is negative, is anti-Doechii. But most of the people are like, oh my god, the hate lately has been so forced. We love you. The hate lately? I haven't seen a fucking bad word about this woman until she acted like a horrific, horrible... I can't say the words that I want to say because it's too rude and it's too mean. You know what I mean. But she's great. She's good. She's great. We love Doechii. We stand Doechii on this podcast. Yeah, minus the umbrella. Okay, lady. Come on. All right with that. All right. Anywho, shouts out Doechii. I want to discuss the Chromebook challenge. Is so funny. So this is just your typical high schooler kind of pass around meme challenge. There's been a million of them, and this one is just destroy school property speedrun challenge. Pretty funny. The Chromebook challenge, if you're unaware, is you stick a paperclip in the USB drive of the thing, and it short circuits. It creates a fucking smoke cloud, and then eventually it'll burst into flames. So it's the Chromebook challenge. The challenge being destroy your Chromebook. I actually do have something pulled up here because it made me laugh. This is the NBC News article about the subject. Another dangerous TikTok challenge has prompted urgent warnings from school districts and law enforcement agencies in multiple states, has led to arson charges and brought against a 15-year-old in New Jersey. The challenge, it's just so funny to call it a challenge. The challenge, known as the Chromebook challenge, involves teens jamming objects like paper clips into the USB, blah, blah, blah. The district says it has informed our community about the risks. Other school districts have issued similar warnings. This challenge is reckless, dangerous, and has no place in our schools or homes. The Scranton School District in Pennsylvania said in a Facebook post on Thursday. That, to me, is just so funny. The fucking superintendent or whoever had to put out that statement. First off, the idea of putting out a statement for this, like, it's so clearly, obviously not the thing to do. Why do you need a statement at all? You know? Reckless, dangerous, and it has no place in our schools or homes. Oh my god, the kids fucking log on to Facebook.com and read their school's post about this challenge, and they go, oh shoot, I hadn't considered that. Dang it, I guess you're right. It is a little reckless and dangerous just when you think about it. Like, the only benefit that it's for, and I guess this goes with most statements in general, and yeah, you gotta say the thing, you gotta say, we'll get into the meat of this podcast here, so the next topic, which I'm very excited to talk about, but there's always a statement, right? And like, it's for no one's benefit than the person whose job it is to make the statement. It's not for the company's benefit. I guess they put it in headlines like this one, or they put it in articles, I should say. Like, so the altering opinion. You know, here's the prevailing narrative. The prevailing narrative is that you should destroy your Chromebook with a paperclip as soon as possible, because it's funny. And on the other side of the table, we have the nerds at the school who would like you to not do that. Here's their statement. So you have to do it. I guess you have to put out the fucking statement, but it's just hilarious to me. Like, there's no gray area here. Of course, it's a reckless and dangerous thing to do. Of course it is. You're destroying a fucking laptop with fire. You're making it catch fire and explode. No shit, it's dangerous. You know? But yeah, you gotta do it. You gotta get out there in front of the press, in front of the, you have the fucking podium. There's 50 microphones from every every news outlet in the world. Like, excuse me, I just need to issue a statement. It is reckless and dangerous, and it has no place in our schools and homes. Mr. Superintendent, Mr. Superintendent. Horde of fucking people. No further questions. So, shouts out Chromebooks. I mean, the Chromebooks have had their time, right? It's iPad time now. The iPad children are becoming iPad preteens and iPad high schoolers, and those fuckers don't need a keyboard. All right, they'll chat GBT and voice to text all the things they need to type, and so yeah, fuck the Chromebooks. Destroy your Chromebooks, throw them out the window. This is the new Chromebook challenge: is while it's on fire, try to frisbee it across the room to your friend, and then your friend grabs it and goes like under the leg and puts it in while it's on fire, and puts it in his other hand, and then tosses it out the window. If it's raining, that ruins it a little bit. So maybe just toss it into another, like open the door of another classroom and throw it in there, like a Molotov cocktail. So, yeah, shouts out Chromebooks, shouts out the Chromebook challenge. Very funny. I think it's just hilarious to me. Okay, so what happened here clearly is that one child discovered, probably online, that you can put a paperclip into the USB drive and short circuit the thing and make it explode. And so then he filmed himself doing it and anonymously put it on TikTok probably or online, and then it blew up. And literally it blew up, and then it became a challenge. I've got a feeling, well, this could go either way, but I've got a feeling that the quote unquote Chromebook challenge, that idea did not come from a child. I think it maybe became, well, okay, maybe. I could see it. I could see this happening both ways. I could see it being deemed the Chromebook challenge by an out of touch adult who didn't know what else to call it. Or I could see a kid calling it the Chromebook challenge because it's funny. What do you guys think happened? Anyway, shouts out Chromebooks. Okay. Here we are at our main story this evening. This morning. I post these in the morning, but I guess anyone could be listening to it at any time. Or no one could be listening to it at no time. A depressing thought. But you must barrel forward. Barrel forward into the next topic. Our main topic of the show. Something I'm very curious to hear your take on. Friends, have you heard about the controversy with Duolingo? Duolingo obliterating 100% of their goodwill online. If you're unfamiliar, I will give you a quick rundown of this situation. CEO of Duolingo has said the language learning app will start replacing contract workers with artificial intelligence in an effort to become an AI-first company. In an email to staff that was posted on Duolingo's LinkedIn page on Tuesday, CEO Man, his co-founder and chief executive, explained the company will need to rethink how much of how we work, and that making minor tweaks to systems designed for humans won't get us there. In order to shift the platform to be focused on AI, the CEO Man said he would gradually stop using content creators to do work that AI can handle. So, and also finally, to teach well, we need to create a massive amount of content, and doing that manually doesn't scale. Uh-oh. So, there's a couple things here. Duolingo has had, I would argue, one of the best online presences of any brand that I can think of. Moving mic. especially on TikTok. They are super duper. They're very, very like they're in the know. They've got their finger on the pulse. They hire Zoomers for their social media team, clearly, and they've made Duolingo cool. They've made Duolingo hip. They do every trend. They're in every comment section that mentions them. They reply with a snarky clapback comment, right? Which is a plague. That form of marketing. I think that Wendy's started it. Honestly, Wendy's clapping back at McDonald's tweets 7 years ago, 8 years ago. I'm pretty sure that's what got the ball rolling for all companies to realize, like, oh, we don't have to be squeaky clean corporate to, as a matter of fact, not doing that is often much more effective marketing wise. And if you're allowed to get a little, or if you're willing to get a little dirt under your fingernails, it makes you seem much cooler with your target audience, and people will eat your food. So it's actually worth doing. It's not even hurting your brand, right? It's the opposite. It's strengthening your brand by doing something counterintuitive. Like, I'm trying to picture selling this to a fucking 80-year-old board of directors, white guy who's like, I'm like, no. Here's like, you have to understand, we're not hurting the Wendy's brand. We're making it stronger and cooler with the young kids, right? So most every fucking one of them does it now. Wendy's was the trendsetter and got the ball rolling, and the fucking essentially fucking Oppenheimer, that meme of Oppenheimer at this point, because every goddamn company is doing that and responding to random TikToks with like just not even promotional. It's just their brand with a check mark, and they're like, "OMG, you ate that." And I'm like, you get the hell out of my TikTok fucking page. There's the Silence Brand meme on Twitter a couple years back. Really, TikTok truly needs an equivalent, because I hate it when brands try to act cool, act in the know, but that's me, right? It is effective. And honestly, gun to my head, if I had to choose one of those two, the totally out of touch, horrible, unfunny ads, appealing to no one, appealing to boomers and the recently deceased, or like they actually hire a guy or a girl, definitely a girl. They hire 5 21-year-old girls who really know TikTok and really know what to do, and like that's better. You're right, it is better. So can't complain too hard. It is a rock and a hard place situation. You have to choose one. That's better, for sure. So Duolingo was extremely good at that. They didn't have to appeal to the 80-year-old whiteboard, because they're a new company and they're like a tech company, and I'm sure their founders and CEO and people are young and hip and they're down and they get it, right? So they were super successful on TikTok. They did a lot of, if you remember if you're aware of the Scrub Daddy had a similar viral marketing push, extremely successful. Shockingly successful. Scrub daddies are everywhere now, but they became cool with the youth largely because of their viral marketing. Duolingo, much the same. I think they even collaborated, those two companies, because they were like neck and neck in the sphere. Just putting out, like Duolingo has the fucking giant bird, and Scrub Daddy has the smiling sponge thing. They're both very marketable mascots, those two objects. So Duolingo's, I won't put them in the episode, but you probably have seen them. And if you haven't, just go to their TikTok and watch some of their most played videos. They're pretty funny. They're cute. There's a giant bird running around and he's doing stuff and very successful. All I'm saying is it was a success. The Zoomers were into it. They have a fuckload of followers. Let's find out how many followers they have after this boycott. Probably not as many. 16 million followers. 450 million likes. That is a fuckload. That is a fuckload. And 100% of the comments now are just people shitting on them. So they really screwed the pooch. They really, really screwed up. And I think it's just, people are rightfully upset. So there's this thing called the Gartner hype cycle with AI and with everything and every new technology. It's a really fun graph that I'll put here. But something happens, in this case AI, and there's just this massive amount of hype and everything is AI is everywhere. AI is currently everywhere, and it's still like people are putting it in every aspect of their business, and they're doing that because stockholders are stoked about it, and they want it in their company's portfolio. Everyone's doing AI, so we need to do AI too. That's why when you're on fucking Instagram, there's a fucking stupid fucking circle in the bottom right corner that I constantly accidentally press with my thumb. And it's like, hey, you got a question? You I'd love to help. I'd love to help you with your Instagram browsing. Get off of my page. Oh, man. I used ChatGPT just because it was the first one. But, why would... Can you imagine someone opening Instagram to use their AI bot like a ChatGPT? Does that happen? Have you done that? There's no way you've done that. Don't tell me you've done that. You haven't done that. Fuck you. But I certainly have not done that. But every app has a goddamn AI bubble now. Hey, I'd love to help you with your inquiry. And I don't know if it's just me, but I hate it. I think it's dog shit, rarely helpful. And again, we're at peak inflated expectation at this point. It's everywhere. Eventually, people will start doom spiraling like I have been, and we'll realize that a lot of it's not good. And that Google AI search results are dog ass. And it just a lot of it is inaccurate. And it's so wordy and floaty and bullshitty. The technology itself is pretty remarkable. It's funny how fast I've gotten used to it. I was so blown away by ChatGPT when it first came out. And I'm like, yeah, it's whatever. It's fine. I think whatever, it's less than a year. I'm like, yeah, okay. It's a lot though, right? It's everywhere. So, once you doom spiral long enough, you get to the trough of disillusionment, which is where we're heading. We're barreling towards. I think that with these trillions of dollars, literally trillions of dollars being dumped into this technology by every facet of every industry, eventually people will realize that, not only is there no money in it, but it's not good even. Is this maybe perhaps it will be eventually the earth altering technology that everyone seems to think it is. But the chat bot in every fucking app, or in Duolingo's case, replacing human created material, language learning material. It's funny that this is a language learning app using what is it? The LLM? You know what I mean? ChatGPT is a language learning model, and Duolingo is a language learning app. It's a fucking match made in heaven. Why are people so mad? So, most of that shit is garbage. I'm certain of it. It's going to be bad and basic and stupid, and you're gonna lose that human. You can tell when a fucking AI gives you a prompt or a thing. It doesn't have the juice. It's lacking the juice and the sauce. Once we figure out how to inject AI with sauce, I think we got a Skynet situation on our hands. But until then, man, it sucks. Most of it sucks. And I totally get the backlash. The idea is like you're going to be firing people, humans, and replacing them with a robot. And if the robot could do the job as good as the people, I wouldn't be. I mean, that's progress, baby. But when you're actively devaluing your whole situation by flooding your app with AI slop, I understand the backlash. You fucked the pooch here, bud. And again, TikTok isn't a real place. Twitter's not a real place. Even this podcast is not a real place. Although this is the realest of the three of them that I just described. Oh, bro, did you hear about the slop chop? Did you hear about the slop chop controversy, bro? Oh my god. My point is this. It's possible that because CEO man put AI in his spiel, the word AI, and he'll make tons of money and investors will be happy with it and everyone will think it'll be a good idea and it will be a successful situation. He's tarnished his brand, maybe irreversibly, with this decision. So it's a big play. I don't think he anticipated quite as much negative backlash, or else he probably wouldn't have done it. Or maybe it was a calculated risk. I can't imagine that the social media team anticipated this much negative backlash, because those poor bastards are going through it. They're going through it right now. They have stopped commenting on other people's TikToks. I haven't seen one in a long time. When this announcement was like 10 days ago, 12 days ago. So for 2 weeks now, they've been going through it. They have not addressed it on their TikTok. Perhaps they will. Perhaps they will. But 100% of the fucking... This is awesome. This is awesome. All right, I just clicked on a random video of theirs. It's the Duolingo bird with a bunch of Zoomer fucking sayings as captions. It's just comment after comment. People are maturing is realizing Duolingo ain't funny at all. It was fun while it lasted. Duolingo turning like Vex bolts. And joke's over. Joke's over. I deleted Duolingo. I've been a user for years now and I use AI. Never going to trust you to remove that as fast as possible. So those are all the real people. And then the brands come in. The brands. The brands with nothing but positive, fluffy, bullshit comments. Ego. I'm a waffle? Pop Mart USA. Twin'em. Bubble Skincare. We got this. Oh, man. Minor affirmations from anyone with a fucking blue check is being positive. This is the motivation we need on this Monday from fucking Wix. Whatever Wix is. Wix is some fucking brand. Oh, it is really funny. Yeah, people are seeing through it now. All it took was one disastrously ill-timed, ill-fated decision. Again, time will tell if it pays off, but I can't imagine that it will, because you've lost your goodwill. It used to be literally 2 weeks ago when people were curious about getting this Duolingo app, or a lot of people were just found it through social media because everyone was like, oh, they're being cute and fun on socials. But like if you were Joe Schmo looking for a language learning app without a language learning algorithm in it, and then you look online, you're like, oh fuck, these guys seem awesome. They're funny. They got their finger on the pulse. Look at all these comments glazing them. People love this app. And then cut to today, and it's just 100% of negative. 100% negative, except for Wendy's and Eggo waffles. Good stuff. You fucked yourself, Duolingo. You fucked yourself. Honestly, probably a pretty good lesson for... I mean, it strikes me as interesting because there's no amount of goodwill that you can build that can't be steadily and handily reversed with one swing of the axe. One poor decision can undo years of work. And it probably could have. You could have also. You could have just. You made the announcement because you want the investor money. You want people to be excited about your AI, your new AI first company. And as we've previously discussed, when you say the words AI in a board meeting, like people's eyes become dollar signs like Looney Tunes, right? So that's why you did it. You're looking for income. You're looking for support. That's why you make the press conference. But, in hindsight, you could have just done the AI stuff without announcing that you're going to be firing a ton of people. You could just quietly fire and replace. And I don't think anyone would be any of the wiser. Actually, most people are still probably going to use Duolingo and not know the difference because they're not chronically online like myself. I never use Duolingo, so I don't have an opinion on this. I don't care. But I do care. My point is this. My point is this. A lot of people, what the fuck was that goddamn saying? A lot of people wouldn't have noticed the fact that there's AI slop in their Duolingo app now because there's AI slop everywhere. There's AI slop in 100% of the apps on your phone that have been updated in the past 2 years. So you could have gotten away with it if you were just more tactful, more quiet about your rollout. Instead, you decided to make a press conference and try to get some dollars into your sweet pockets. So yeah, an ill-fated decision, my friend. Wish you the best, or maybe I don't. I don't know him at all. It sucks that your company is getting drug through the mud, but that was your fault, though, right? You could have not done that. A good lesson to be learned from any business owner. Be very tactful about your sweeping, this is our company now. Those messages are often taken negatively. We're doing this now. This is us. Just stay in the pocket, man. Keep doing what you're doing. You were doing so well. You were doing so well. Whoever you hired for your social media team, I mean, they're useless now. Fire them. That's how you cut costs. Team of 75 Zoomers that you hire, that you fucking have on your marketing team. Get rid of all those guys and gals. Get rid of all those gals. There's one gay dude and 74 21-year-old women. Get rid of them and then hire one boomer to replace them, who will go back to the old formula, which is just make boring corporate ads that no one likes, put them on cable television, delete your TikTok account. Oh no, what you should do actually, don't delete the TikTok account. Keep the TikTok account, but just repost those boring ass cable ads, but still horizontally, like don't even crop it. Just have them horizontally on people's vertical pages. That's the move, because it's over. You've fucked it, bro. It's over. It's over! And it's no one's fault but yours, my friend. No one's fault but yours. So shouts out Duolingo. Do I have anything else to say about you? Seeing a lot of that, the wilting rose emoji. When I see Duolingo comments now, it's the wilting rose emoji. Shouts out Duolingo. You suck. You fucked the pooch. You fucked the pooch. Is there an alternative angle to this that I could be considering? That I'm not considering? All right. With some light research, I've realized that I need to make a correction from, 10 minutes ago. So this is a reporter talking to a CEO man about the backlash. This was from 9 days ago, 3 days after the announcement. I know the Duolingo team does so well, and there was a lot of pushback to the AI thing. I was wondering, what are your responses to some of those concerns? So this is CEO man, direct quote. Yeah, I mean, there's some real concerns about, of course, do I need to give his direct quote for my journalistic integrity on this Slop podcast? No. I'll give you the summary. I will not put words in this man's mouth, though. I mean, we're a company that really cares about our employees. I think there was some misunderstanding. That this basically, I sent an internal email, and there was some misunderstanding. So the email, it was not a press conference situation. He sent a fucking internal email, and someone leaked it. That sucks. It's gonna happen. You gotta account for that. But that makes me less. I get that. What we said is that whenever there is some job that can be done by AI and it can be done really well, then we're unlikely to hire contractors to do that job. Already at the moment, most of the things that AI can do, we're not hiring contractors to do so. This is not a huge change. And for our full-time employees where, there's no change whatsoever, we're going to continue employing them because this is such a big opportunity that we're going to be investing quite a bit. Okay, so it's an internal email, not a press conference. So I retract that, what I said earlier. Fair enough on that. Not a big change. It is weird that you said we're an AI first company now. That seems like a big change. If you said those words and then you're like, no, we're not changing that much. But it seems like you are though, right? I understand it from his perspective of no, I was trying to that was just who did he send it to? I wonder. Send it to every employee. Okay. Whatever. Mr. Louis Von Ann. Mr. Duolingo Bird. Whatever, man. You still fucked the pooch. But less so. You gave the pooch a sturdy hand job. Speaking of AI, this is one of the more dystopian, hilarious stories that I've seen this week. The guy gets murdered. A guy gets murdered, which is unfortunate. What are you gonna do? Guy gets murdered, and then his family, I think his wife or his sister, gives makes an AI video of him forgiving the person who killed him.
His sister, Stacey Wales, struggled to find the right words for her victim impact statement. So she let her brother speak for himself in court, sort of, with the help of technology.
To Gabriel Horcasitas, the man who shot me. It is a shame we encountered each other that day in those circumstances. In another life, we probably could have been friends. I believe in forgiveness and in God who forgives. I always have, and I still do.
So this is a news video from some boomer news site. This is a story straight out of science fiction. This man that you see on your screen right now is created by artificial intelligence. It's no shit. This guy is a couple things here. If I get murdered and my family creates some AI slop video of me, forgiving the person that killed me, I will find a way to communicate from hell. I will find a way to communicate from hell and not take my vengeance out on the person who murdered me. He was probably hungry or needed liked the watch the Apple Watch that I was wearing, or he wasn't a fan of Slop Chop. Yeah, I had to be murdered. Stacey Walls is this man's name. Rest in peace to you, sir. I just can't imagine this is what he would have wanted. Maybe I'm wrong. And honestly, I'm not even saying that he wouldn't have forgiven the guy. Maybe he would have. His family certainly knows better than I do. I'm just saying that this Connor O'Malley looking ass fucking video ain't it. I'll definitely be putting this in the episode. It is so funny. It is so... It looks exactly like the stand-up solutions robot from Connor O'Malley's new special.
What's going on? My name is Ken, and I'm the world's first AI-powered stand-up comedian. Now, I know what you're thinking. How could a computer do comedy? Well, don't worry. I have plenty to work with because my motherboard is Jewish.
I mean, it's uncanny, the resemblance. So, I just don't, it's a very weird and creepy precedent to set to play that in court. But I'm not even concerned about that, really. I'm more concerned about the character of this grieving widow who was like, I know what I'll do. I'll make a fucking monstrosity beyond human comprehension. I don't know, man. Yeah, anyway, I don't know. I just thought that was worth mentioning. It's interesting. Rest in peace to the guy. I hope you are not too angry at your wife for playing that slop in court. We got a new pope. And he's American, baby. He's a Chicago pope. Shouts out to the Chicago pope, the first pope who licked the giant metal bean in downtown. That's what you guys do, right? You throw deep dish pizza at the bean and then lick off the tomato sauce. And you go, hey! That's the first pope that did that. He was cradled by that sweet bean. I think every Chicagoan, when they're born, is placed into the bean as if a swaddle. And it it comforts you for a few moments until the next baby behind you is ready for their turn. It's beautiful when you think about it. I wish we had culture like that in Dallas. But we don't have a bean. But now we got a bean in the fucking Vatican, brother. This dude definitely, like... Well, I mean, like, most popes are, but, like, this dude rips cigs. I'm sure certain all popes do. What's unique about a Chicago guy? He's racist, probably. But again, that's most popes, if not all of them. He like a pizza. I was going to say homophobic, but this is just all popes. He's perfect for the job. Your typical Chicago person is just... Their values are identical to that of the Vatican. I totally understand this pairing now. The homophobia, the vague racism, the accent. It's a little bit of a different accent, but it's, you got to have the accent. You can't be talking like a regular American as the Pope. It'd be so weird. You got to be like, hey! It is cool that we have an American Pope. I mean, it's crazy that it's never happened before. But the papacy has been a long-standing tradition or a situation for millennia, and America has not been around too terribly long, so maybe that's the reason. But it's cool, Chicago. I thought that I heard a rumor that there was a black pope or an Asian pope on the menu. So very similar to Conclave, that just didn't happen because. You can't have how cool would a black pope be? That is so weird. That is so fucking weird. Okay, any audio nerds out there? I just had someone open a door outside of my little studio here, like the door closest to my studio. And when they opened the door, the fucking microphone buzz started. And I was like, God damn it, the fucking microphone buzz. Why does that happen? It just seems to come out of nowhere. And then, just now, I spent off camera about 5 minutes fucking with it, trying to make it work and not sound like buzzing. And the person just closed the door again, and the buzz stopped. So is it like a change of pressure? Air pressure? is this electronic microphone buzz that is the bane of my existence? Is it due to a 0.01% change in air pressure? Is that the difference between listenable and unlistenable audio? Any of you good people out there know? Are any of you microphone havers, enjoyers? It is so frustrating. God bless the podcast producers out there. I was thinking about doing that as a profession, being a podcast producer. But then I was like, oh no, I can edit video pretty good, but I don't know shit about audio. So I am not qualified for that. Maybe I'll learn to be qualified. Hey, it's only episode 6. It's allowed to sound like shit. I'm allowed to suck. Gotta keep telling myself that, man. It's okay to be bad. It's okay to be bad. It's okay. Our deep dish gabagool ass Pope would approve of my trying, you know? I really believe that. That Pope Bean, I think his name is Pope Bean. And I think that he has my best intentions in mind. And that he wants me to succeed. Shouts out to Pope Bean. We love you. How many celebratory deep dish pizzas were eaten in honor of this man? From what I understand, by the way, the deep dish pizza thing is not, it's not even it's like a touristy situation. They're not out here eating deep dish all the time. It's like a once a year thing. It's like bowling. Which is funny. Because it's like, it's y'all's you guys love pizza soup. That's your thing. Yeah, who could let's quadruple the amount of fucking tomato sauce and nothing else. That's what I want my pizza to be. I want it to have to eat it with a spoon. No thanks. But hey, you guys got one in the fucking Vatican, dude. Congrats. It's really cool. Boston got a president. Catholic president. And now Chicago's got a pope. Pretty sick. Shouts out to Pope Bean. I look forward to your guidance. I'm not Catholic. But it's crazy. I mean, there's like over 1 billion fucking people that he resides over. Pretty wild. Watch Conclave if you haven't. It's good. So what else we got? Andor is ending this week. Oh my god, it's gonna be over soon. Oh, 3 more episodes. It's been fantastic. These past 3 especially. What is it, 9 through 12? No. 7 through 9. 7, 8, 9. Incredible. Probably the best of the series. That's hard to say. I love yeah, it's hard to say. It's going to be interesting once the whole thing is said and done to compare season 1 and season 2. Season 1 was so much smaller, rightfully so. It was about, like the everyday trials and tribulations of this guy. And season 2 is much more great and big scale of like, this is how this dude became a rebellion hero guy. So it's like war actually now. Whereas in the first season it was, here's how much the Empire sucks. So it's interesting. It's a shift in tone and scale, which I like. I think overall still I like season 1 better, but I have not seen the finale. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm going to be sad when it's over, dude. Like this is it for Andor. There's 3 more episodes, which aired yesterday, if you're listening to this when it comes out. And if you're listening to this when it comes out, I've been up all night sobbing and crying and shitting my pants and throwing up because Andor's over. And I'm just swaddling my season 1 4K steelbook and blowing my nose into it and fucking it. Just fucking it a little bit and then putting it back on my shelf, and then 5 seconds later going to get it again so I can do it all over. I'm going to miss the show, man. It's great. It is so... I mean, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. It is so crazily better than every other Star Wars show. It's not even funny. It's like night and day. It's a real show, man. And if you haven't watched it, you should watch it. It's phenomenal. Really, really, really impressive. So 3 more episodes of Andor until we never get another episode. They're not renewing it for season 3. It's done. Anyway, I'll definitely be watching that. Last of Us is good. Last of Us is better than season 1. There's a new Office spinoff coming out. You guys heard about this? It's called The Paper. I don't know a fucking thing about it. Seems like an odd title. The Paper. Starring Domhnall Gleeson, that guy. He's in Star Wars, that guy. He's in Black Mirror. He's in a bunch of stuff. He's a redhead. He's gonna be the new Michael of this show. And I don't recognize any of the actors except for Oscar Nunez is returning as Oscar. So Oscar is coming back. Can't wait. Oh man, it's Greg Daniels. Okay, it's probably gonna be good, man. It's on Peacock. Oh, brother. Of course it's on Peacock. I don't have Peacock. Will I watch this? I don't know. If people love this show and fucking suck its... If people love it, maybe. But I don't have much interest, TBH. It has all the same writers and creators. I mean, it's got a freaking great... Alright, it's got like a lot of real talent behind the camera. You know, it's probably going to be really good. Interesting that they're doing this. I mean, Parks and Rec was kind of like a soft reboot. It wasn't in the Office universe, but it was the same formula. And this is just the same formula, but also in the Office universe. So we're going to get, I'm certain, fucking cameos from all the old actors. And it is pretty remarkable, the longevity of that show, The Office. Even after they stripped it off of Netflix a couple years ago and put it on Peacock, people still talk about it, love it, consider it one of the greatest shows of all time, which it is. And it's just impressive. Like, all these years later, they're doing a spinoff. It's interesting. But yeah, I mean, the fact that they have all the same creatives behind it really bodes well to me. The Paper, I don't know about that title. The Paper. Weird title. But yeah, I don't know. You guys gonna watch this? It's on Peacock. Do you guys have Peacock? Do you have Peacock for real? Are we being for real? NBC has a ton of great shows, man. Ton of great shows. I just don't care enough to get their streaming service. 30 Rock, unbelievable. Remember that period of time when they had The Office, Parks and Rec, 30 Rock, and Arrested Development all in the same time slot. It was like 9 to midnight or something. That is an untouchable, goated lineup. I'm sorry, not Arrested Development. Community. It was Community. Untouchable, unbelievable lineup. I don't think that truly was like the golden age of comedy television. I don't think we're ever going to breach those heights again. There's too much diversity and there's too many choices. People aren't just watching the thing on because it's on at 8 o'clock. That doesn't exist anymore. Like, it takes, especially comedy shows, it takes so much for a comedy show to break through. Even more so than dramas, and dramas are so few and far between nowadays. Man, it's got to be tough to be a comedy TV person right now. If you're not on What is it? Blackish? What's the other one? The one that's like it's like the Office formula, but it's the elementary school, the black show. Abbott Elementary. That one broke through. I think that's NBC. So yeah, I think people love that formula. The mockumentary style is really effective. And you just gotta have it. You gotta have great writers, and NBC has access to all those people. So it'll probably be good. The paper. I can't imagine it being bad with this level of quality behind the camera. I don't think any of these people have made a bad project yet. So my money's on it being good. My money is also on me not watching it. Unless people are fucking just slobbing that knob for that show. I don't anticipate it. Okay, hold on. I got to talk about 2 films that I've seen recently. I finally saw Oddity, 2024, directed by Damien McCarthy. It's after the burial of her twin sister, Darcy goes after those responsible by using... Okay, that's a straight up spoiler. Fuck your letterbox description. That's a straight... You spoiling the goddamn twist of the fucking movie, Letterboxd. Basically, this lady gets murdered in the first 5 minutes of the film, and then her husband remarries rather quickly, and bumps into the dead lady's twin sister, who invites herself to their place, and it's just this beautifully crafted, tight, fucking horror movie. I was blown away, man. I loved it. It creates the feeling of dread, unlike many fucking movies that I see nowadays. You're just on the edge of your seat, waiting for something to happen. It's just like painful in a good way. This movie, the whole like conceit, or the whole what they put on the posters is this big ass wooden man figure. And the twin sister is like this voodoo lady who's like, it's a housewarming gift. This horrifying wooden man with an agape mouth, like, ah. It's a tradition in our family to give this to the happy new couple, and it's the creepiest fucking thing. It keeps its hands like this on the table, and you're just waiting. You're just staring at it the whole time. It's a fucking thing's gonna move. I just know it's gonna fucking move. It's awesome. It's also really, really impressive how they keep that thing scary. It could so easily be funny or silly or embarrassing, but it's really fucking effective, man. It's great. Love the movie. Highly recommend it. If you're a horror person, Oddity is phenomenal. It's a tight 90 minutes, bro. I would literally watch anything for 90 minutes. Shouts out Oddity. Oddity's the shit. Makes me want to check out the director's previous film, which is, I think it's called Rabbit. Caveat. It's about a rabbit. A spooky rabbit. I think I will definitely be watching that, because Oddity was the shit. The whole thing, it's not stuck in a place, but it's like a bottle movie. The whole thing pretty much takes place in one location, one house, and they find a ton of ways to make that location feel creepy. It's not one of these, like, you know, elevated, I fucking hate the term elevated horror, but it's not one of these like no jump scare ass movies. There's definitely a couple of jump scares, but they're super effective and fun and not annoying. Like The Conjuring is annoying for that reason. But this is not. It's very well timed. They're not where you think they're going to be. It's just fucking great. I loved it. I bought the Blu-ray. I know. Have it. Own it. Own it. It's on my shelf for the rest of time. Until I die, I'll be able to watch this movie over and over. I don't anticipate watching it again very soon. It's spooky. I would love to show it to someone, though, that has not seen it. We get to watch their reaction, you know? That's always fun, especially with horror, with horror pictures. Loved Oddity. What a film. In the same night, I decided to watch something that's been on my watch list for a while. This is Stuck in a Place. It is 2009's Exam. Have you heard of this movie? Have you heard of this movie? 8 talented candidates have reached the final stage of selection to join the ranks of a mysterious and powerful corporation. Entering a windowless room where an armed guard keeps watch, they are given 80 minutes to answer one simple question. There's your premise. It's Stuck in a Place. The movie's in real time, or if it's not actually real time, it's essentially real time. Like the 80-minute clock starts, and then the whole movie is 80 minutes long, 85 minutes long. So that's pretty cool. That's like what drew me to the movie in the first place. I love anything that plays out in real time is fun to me. This movie, it's on Tubi. This movie sucked ass. This movie sucked my balls. It is so stupid. It is beyond poorly written. Some asshole directed this. There's just 100 million leaps of logic. There's... Okay, so here's your premise. You got 8 people that come into a room. They sit down, and they have a piece of white paper with candidate 1, candidate 2, candidate 3, etc. There's seemingly a blank piece of paper and a pencil on top of it. And the guy comes in and he says, you have 80 minutes to solve the puzzle, solve the question, and if you defile your paper intentionally or accidentally, you're disqualified. If you try to leave at any time for any reason, you're disqualified. If you try to contact me or the armed guard who's standing in the room the whole time, if you try to talk to either of us, you're disqualified. So the movie becomes, okay, so then what's the question? We all have to ask, we have to answer this this question, but we don't know what it is. It's like a blank piece of paper in front of us. So the first the first half hour or so is kind of fun. It's like, all right, well, what can we do? How can we figure out exactly what this question is? Let's hold our paper up to the light. Let's try to wet our paper. There's a million fucking things that they try to do originally. But then you have to have your horror movie stupid fucking twist, or in this case, just escalation. You have to have your escalation happen where, how are we going to get these characters to start killing each other? And it's such a massive leap of logic. It's stunning to me. Oh, man. Anyway, I don't have much of a synopsis for you other than the premise because I don't remember it. I watched it a day and a half ago, and I barely remember it. It was mind-numbing. It was 100 minutes long, and it felt... Yeah, it's 97 minutes, and they have an 80-minute test, so there's like a 20 minutes to set up at the beginning. So slow. This movie felt so slow. They were just stretching it to get it to that. This probably would have been fine as a half-hour short film. I'm always torn with that stuff, by the way. When I see things like this, I'm like, you could cut out 70% of this movie and have a pretty compelling half-hour, 20 to 30-minute short film. But if you did that, I wouldn't have watched it because I don't watch short films, right? I watch this because it's feature length, but it's bad because it's feature length. You know what I mean? So there's an interesting little dichotomy there. Anywho, this movie sucks ass. I do not recommend it at all. It's not funny bad. It's just boring. Have you seen Exam? Do you like Exam? I have a letterbox list called Stuck in a Place ranked. It's my favorite genre. This is my least favorite Stuck in a Place movie I've ever seen. It's bad, dude. It's fucking boring. Boring! So, I think that's all I got. Friends, sloppers. What do we think about? I'm so curious what you guys think about Duolingo. Did you use Duolingo? Are you on a fucking 9-year streak right now? Are you going to be deleting the app now that all this backlash has taken place? Do you not give a shit? Did you skip that part of this episode of Slop Chop? I wouldn't blame you if you did. Actually, yeah. But anywho, I appreciate you guys listening as always. Shouts out Pope Bean. Shouts out Duolingo. Shouts out fucking Doechii. Shouts out to the Chromebook challenge. Shouts out to the Office spinoff. Shouts out to you, my good people. Thank you guys for listening. It means the world. Episode 6 in the books. What comes after 6, whatever that is, we'll have that next week for you. We appreciate it. Thank you for listening. God bless you. God bless Pope Bean. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.